Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is a review on the Bandai high-grade 144 scale Barzam. This is from Zeta Gundam from the mid-80s. But this is a new kit, one of the more anticipated release of 2017. Some more picture of the Barzam. So before this kit, the only way to get the Barzam is to get like the real grade conversion kit for the real grade Gundam Mark II. It's pretty pricey, and that kit wasn't really stable. Anyway, so original retail price is 1,500 yen. That's the box, and we have the manual. Yeah, this is so much better than that conversion kit. You don't have to mess around with the real grades, and you don't have to mess around with the third party. So here we go, some technical specs on the Barzam. It's obviously a Titan's mass-produced mobile suit. By taking a look at this kit from the picture, it's kind of interesting to know that this thing's actually developed from the Gundam Mark II. Now, if you Google the Barzam Refined, it actually has a body more similar to the Gundam Mark II. This one is just a very unique body that they developed specifically for the Barzam. It kind of doesn't look like anything else in the Gundam universe. I think the closest thing that this thing would resemble maybe the Gunpla, and maybe a little bit reminder of the Bylon. Anyway, very nice. Some more pictures. We got the Vulcan pod on the head. We got the beam saber handles in the forearm, and we got the Zeon inspired mono eye. Very nice. And then we got a very interesting torso. It's very nice that these instructions are in Japanese and English. So if you want to read more about it, you can go ahead and pause the video and read about the specs here. So that beam rifle right there, that's actually really cool. Vulcan pod system. Anyway, it doesn't really have a lot of accessories. It's just some of your basics, like we got the beam saber handles. No longer have to paint these beam sabers. And then we got two of these multi-purpose hands, so you can use it to grab onto the beam saber or grab onto the beam rifle. And then we got two open hands. That's actually very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And then we got this piece right here for the beam rifle when it's in the inactive mode. And technically, this is also an accessory. This is the Vulcan pod right here. Alright, so it looks like there should be maybe like a camera down here on the Vulcan pod. I'm probably gonna have to paint that in. I can see from the box that there's a little bit of a green right there. Alright, so that's the Barzam. I did paint it some of the detail in, like these vents on the front, and did all the panel lining, vents on the back. Didn't paint the thrusters because I feel like it looks better this way, I think. And yeah, not a lot of painting is required for this kit since it's a newer kit. All you have to do is panel line it to make it look really good. Yeah, and so far so good. This is a very nice looking kit. And as far as the build and articulation goes, this is probably one of the better HGUC kits. Obviously not as good as the Origin kit, but still really good. Alright, so I actually did some modification this time. I didn't cut the safety flag on the Vulcan pod, but I did cut the safety flag on the horn, because I feel like it just doesn't look very good with that safety flag on. Basically what the safety flag does is prevent you from getting poked in the eye by these sharp points. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you one of the gimmicks here. You can actually move the forearm here and reveal the beam saber handle on each arm. And I guess you can just simulate using one of the open hands going in there and trying to grab the beam saber out. Yeah, the articulation is really good on this kit, so you can do a lot of very nice posabilities. So right here we have the beam rifle, and we also got a cable that attached to his arm. It's actually really cool. And you can actually deactivate this very simply by popping this off, disconnecting the whole beam rifle, and just pop this piece off, and then put this back in there. So now it's I guess maybe still active, it's just not powered by the mobile suit. Now it's just I guess running on its independent power supply if you don't want to use it with the cable attached. It really doesn't hinder its function because this piece right here actually it's a polycap, so you can actually move this beam rifle while it's attached to the forearm. You can actually move it like that, so you can move it with the arm, so that's really cool. Alright, and yeah, let's just show you how this kit looks like when it's fully armed. Got the beam rifle and the beam saber. So yeah, you don't want to mess with this Barzam. So it's a mass-produced suit, so it's I'm guessing it's like a grunt suit. I don't remember watching the Barzam in Zeta Gundam because it's over almost 30 years. Actually, yeah, it's been 30 years since I watched Zeta Gundam. So, yeah. Alright, so let's talk about articulation. The articulation on this set is actually really good. Actually, let me show you one more thing. You can actually remove the Vulcan pots. However, these Vulcan pots are only designed to work with the Barzam. You can use it with like your other kits, like your Hazels and your Mark IIs. So, or your GM Quail. Alright, so anyway, let's talk about articulation. Let's go ahead and get this thing off. So the head's on a ball joint, so you get some really good movement here. We got a hinge on the torso, so you can move the head back and forth. Now you can't actually move the mono eye. That's a little bit disappointing, but I guess it really doesn't matter. And the mono eye, this time it's not a sticker, it's like a clear translucent pink plastic piece, so that's actually really nice. Yeah, and this forearm, these shoulders are actually super awesome. You can move them in and out. So let's say if you don't want to utilize the extra articulation, you can just keep them in here. We got the ball joint attached to the polycap, so we got some nice movement. But let's say if you need like extra articulation for like posing, special like posing, you want to put it in like a special pose, you can pull this joint out here like that, and then you can lift the shoulder up like that. That's actually really cool. And move the there's a hinge for the arm. You can move it up, and you can have the arm like that. That's pretty cool. Let's pop it back in. You can see the hinge right here, so the arm can move perpendicular. We got the bicep swivel right there. Got the double jointed elbow. It's kind of hindered because of this piece right here. Yeah, without this piece, I think it. Let's see. Let's try it. Yeah, it's just the way it's designed. You won't get like a total. You can't put the forearm perpendicular to the bicep, but it's pretty good. Still pretty good. All right, and chest is actually on the ball joint here. So we can do a little bit of an ab crunch right there, if you want to call that ab crunch. Got a very nice side to side, very nice. And then we got these legs right here that are attached to this peg, and the peg's attached to this. This is not a polycap. This is like hard plastic attached to another hinge. So you can do the split, but it will look very awkward. And nice rotation right there. So we get some very nice movement out of the legs. Also, we got double jointed knees, like that, very nice. and the feet is on the poly cap attached to this connector piece, so you can move it back and forth like that. Also on the ball joint, so you can rotate it. Ankle rocker, very nice. And you can also close in the feet, so put it in flight mode, put it on the action base. Very nice. And you can also interchange the backpack. If you have the Revive Mark II, you can give this kit the Revive Mark II backpack. So let's see how easy or how difficult it is to remove this backpack. It's just 2 pegs, so it's not too bad. That means you can also use other stuff from maybe the Bill Fighter series. All those backpack attachment probably will work. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, one of my favorites for 2017. I was really looking forward to this kit, and I actually bought it. I just didn't build it because I have so many Gundams that needs to be built, and I just put away these obscure Zeon inspired suits. Yeah, so now I got Randy here building, helping out, building all the Gundams. I can build suits that are a little bit more obscure. Yeah, so if you guys are a fan of Zeon style mobile suits or Titans mobile suits, or just like the look of this Barzam, I do highly recommend picking this one up. You won't be disappointed. The build process is really fun. The part separation is really good. And you don't really have to do much with this kit. All you have to do is panel line. That's pretty much it. And yeah, it's a fun kit. I know the look may not be for everybody because like the proportions just look kind of weird. But if you're into suits that doesn't look like a traditional Gundam, or something that's you just like something that don't look very traditional humanoid robot type, this one would be something that you might be interested in. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Hope you guys find this information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching.